Henry VIII, King of England who reigned in the early 16th century. His name is remembered not only for his political prowess, but also for his scandalous life, 6 marriages, and decisions that changed the course of religion in England forever. Early in his reign, Henry was known as a defender of the Catholic Church and even received the title Defender from the Pope. However, his ambition to have a male heir changed everything. His dissatisfaction with the Roman Church ultimately led to the creation of the Church of England, where the king held supreme authority. Catherine of Aragon. Henry's first wife was Catherine of Aragon, the widow of his brother, Arthur. Their marriage lasted 24 years. Catherine bore several children, but only one survived, Mary. Because they failed to produce a son, Henry sought an annulment. The Pope refused, and this was the beginning of Henry's break with Rome. 2. Anne Boleyn. Anne Boleyn, a brilliant and ambitious woman, captivated Henry to marry her. He broke with the Pope and founded the Church of England. However, Anne also failed to produce a son, but only a daughter, Elizabeth. Eventually, Anne was accused of treason and adultery and beheaded in 1536. 3. Jane Seymour. Just days after Anne's execution, Henry married Jane Seymour. Jane finally gave him what he had dreamed of, a son, Edward. Sadly, Jane died 2 weeks after giving birth. Henry was devastated, and Jane remains his most beloved wife. 4. Anne of Cleves. His next political marriage was to Anne of Cleves of Germany. However, upon meeting her in person, Henry was disappointed with her appearance. Their marriage lasted only 6 months and was interestingly, Anne remained well treated and was given the title the King's Sister. 5. His fifth wife, Catherine Howard, was much younger than Henry. However, she engaged in an affair behind the king's back. This scandal led to her being beheaded in 1542. 6. Catherine Parr. The last wife was Catherine Parr. She survived her marriage to Henry. In addition to being a nurse to the increasingly ill king, she also played a major role in reconciling Henry with his 2 daughters, Mary and Elizabeth. Of all his marriages, only 3 legitimate children survived. 1. Mary I, daughter of Catherine of Aragon. She was known as Bloody Mary for her policy of violently restoring Catholicism. 2. Elizabeth I, daughter of Anne Boleyn. She became one of England's greatest rulers, known as the Virgin Queen. 3. Edward VI, son of Jane Seymour. He ascended the throne young, but died before reaching adulthood. In his later years, Henry suffered from severe obesity, chronic leg ulcers, and other health problems. His once athletic body became a burden. On January 28, 1547, Henry VIII died at Whitehall Palace at the age of 55. He was buried at Windsor Castle, next to Jane Seymour, his beloved wife. Henry VIII left a great legacy: religious division, political upheaval, and a dramatic personal history. He is remembered as a fierce, ambitious king, willing to do anything to achieve his personal goals. His life demonstrates that, behind a magnificent crown, great tragedy often lies.